You dumb motherfuckers think you got rid of me fully. Ha 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 ha. You guys have no clue. You guys have no clue what's going on. I'm going to say this because it needs to be said. Because I see idiots way too much. Here we go. We're going into game now. Now I'm going to make this perfectly clear, some of you dumb motherfuckers out there. I'm going to do this because I don't do. You can see them on my face all you want, but I don't give a shit. And you might not like what I have to say. And this goes towards the Savage Radio community. You might not like my opinions. You might not like what I have to say. I know you guys are easy to criticize and mock and make fun of. Well, guess what? I don't give a rat's ass. Because you're nothing more than weak individuals. And at the end of the day, when it all said and done, I'll still be standing here. Or how much longer you guys are going to be once they start putting the hammer down on the mods and add-ons. Oh, did I touch on the subject again you guys don't like to talk about? Too bad. Because you dumb meat sacks are going to pick. You know, there's going to be a simple thing. Once the hammer comes down from Yoshi P, because you know it's going to happen, everyone's going to turn towards your group, your community, and go, why did you do this to us? All because you guys wanted your 5 minutes of fame, and your ego is leaking out of your anus. Yeah, I'll say that. Here's a simple solution. Don't just go touch grass, because that's not going to help you. Don't go outside and touch grass. Go find an open field and roll in it. Because touching grass at this point for you meat sacks is not going to help you. It's not going to help you one bit. It's not helping you one bit. And on top of that, you really want to know about something about the whole billboard thing? I'm going to say this too. The billboard folks that are part of that were part of the FC, they're all Savage Raiders. They're all fucking Savage Raiders. Under the day of tornado. Because I'm going to say this to you guys. You meat sacks have no clue. Most of you talk out of your ass. And I'll say that right now. All right? Most of you talk out of your ass, and that's a fact. So let's just make this clear. You guys have no clue what any of none of you know anything. And I'm being honest with you about this. If you really think you're that good and that knowledgeable, then why don't you take this shit up? Go apply to Square Enix and get a job working there to work on this game. If you think you're that smart and have the know-how, no, because this is one of those things that you need to say to these assholes. You think you're so smart? And yes, I said ass. So what? See, for me, you seem to fail to forget that some of you a lot of you dumbasses, and I'll call you that. That's what you are, ignorant, or willfully ignorant, not dumbasses, willfully ignorant individuals who are intellectually dishonest with others, just so they can try to pull a fast one on so you can pull a fast one on others. Ooh, I sold a lot. Alright, good. I got sold those out. I don't sit here and say this shit because you know what? Let me just say this, make this perfectly clear. Your elitism is showing, and people are just sick and tired of listening to it. I know I am. There's a lot of people that don't want to speak up because they don't want to incur your quote wrath. Oh, hold on here, folks. Hold on here 1 second. I just heard something that I didn't like. All right. Sorry about that. Had to go handle some stuff. All right. But I'm going to make this plain and simple to you folks. I had to deal with a slight family issue. I'm not a person that sits here and tells people or dictates to people. I tell them how I feel, my opinions on things. You don't have to like my opinions. I'm critical about the Savage Raiding community because most of them, as we all now know as history dictates, most of them are not legit players. And I'll say that once again. You might not like my opinions. You might not agree with everything I say. But to try to go shut my voice down and to try to copyright claim videos? Nice try, asshats. And I talked to William Chappell about some of them, and them, and Square Enix agreed that we never hit those with the copyright claims. They're starting to form an opinion. They're starting to get a hold of. They're trying to get a hold of right now, talking to YouTube about it because they know it's fake. Your copyright strikes can't affect me because you're providing false information. Looks like nothing of a big alarm. I look like a Rhodes Scholar than anything else. Anyway, idiots will be idiots. Can't do anything about stupid. And that's a given. But anyway, enough of that, though. We're just gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna be leveling Black Mage now, since I got an abundant amount of caster gear, which I have, which I'm gonna have to start decenting soon, and I'll start crafting my own healer gear from the ground up. I keep telling folks, I don't care. The current state of the Savage raiding community is full of shit. They're just a bunch of WoW players pushing that same WoW mentality, only using FF logs and other third-party software, not tools. Third-party software. Let's not get things squishy here, folks. Third-party tools, to them, tools is third-party software. They just like to play that nice little word game with people to think that they can get over on folks. And when you get people like me who don't buy that shit, they take offense to that because you're not stupid, because they know you're not stupid, and they know they can't put one by you. So the only thing they have left is to insult you and try to cancel you. Which, sorry to tell you, but I've been canceled from this game 9-10 times already, and in each and every time I haven't been banned from this game. I haven't been banned from this game because I don't break the rules. Unlike Savage Raiders who like to use every little tool and trick, and take away all their tools and everything else. 9 times out of 10, they're worse. They're worse than than a lot of the player base. You take that away from them, and they're garbage. And that's a fact. There's no lies about it. It's been proven already in history. When you take away their tools that give them that advantage over other players, it's like a guy with an aimbot in Call of Duty. You take that away from them, and look how shitty they become. And I'm so right in saying it too, because guess what? There's a proven track history to what I say. People who cheat have to use third-party software to get that advantage. People are not good, like I said before, need to use all those little tips and tricks. If you're a good player, you don't need any of that shit. You just gotta learn your rotation, understand the mechanics. Don't have to watch a video before going into a fight. That's some bullshit propped up by those meat sacks who can't think for themselves. Oh, and the newest craze is not letting certain jobs in on fights. Certain jobs in on fights. That's the newest craze. They're doing exactly what they did in WoW, and you see what happened to WoW. Does the 14 community really want to repeat? Really want to see what happened to WoW happen here in 14? Fuck no. And honestly, the thing with the billboard was just a tipping point for the community. We're tired of the Savage Raiders doing shit and not being held accountable. Granted, one of them is already getting a 10-day. It's already been 10 days. With the investigation going for a perm ban, which I don't mind. Because guess what? It's not just their one account that gets banned. It's all their servers' accounts get banned. Unless they have some sort of shady shit going on where they can hide whatever accounts they have, they're not coming back to the game. Here's the thing where I would say to Square Enix. If you're banning them, don't give them the ability to come back. If the money is that more important than your community, then keeping your community in a one cohesive and understanding front. And I say this as a way of the community has to be on one page. So do the developers have to see that. Developers see that, but the problem is there's rules in place that allows these idiots to come back. Once you ban them, they should be gone for good. ISP ban them, hardware ban them, do whatever you can to get rid of them. Same thing with the RMTs and the bots. Once they're banned, they should not be allowed to come back. You'll start seeing a thinning of ranks then. You'll start seeing the actual players show up then. You'll see how the content should have been kept to where it was instead of these idiots asking for savage content. Make the content you have one difficulty across the board. No need for the savage, no need for ultimates. If they ask for more, tell them tough luck. You get what you get. If you don't like it, too bad. Deal with it. Make it like Coils, where it was rough. It was hard to do. But in the end, you got rewarded greatly for it. And the satisfaction knowing that you've done it. That's how it should be. People who want harder difficulty ranges are usually cheating. They're usually the cheaters in the community. When they say content's too easy for them, you start questioning them at that point. How is it too easy? Let me ask you, what makes this tier so easy? Give me examples. Give me examples of how was it too easy? And 9 times out of 10, because they rely on mods and third-party software to help them clear, they won't be able to give it to you. And that's a fact. That's not a blanket statement, that's actual fact. Cheaters will consider any and all content easy once they have the necessary tools and mods readily available for them to exploit the game in a way that makes the game easier for them. And when they say content's too easy, too bad, that's the content you get. Or if it's too hard, learn to get better. Learn to understand your job and your job better then. There we go. If you really want to be good at something, you gotta take your time to understand what you're doing. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of these idiots don't want to do that. And I call them idiots because that's what they are. There we go. There we go. It's at this point, when it comes to playing this game, people, what they're doing is trying to drive out the what it is all the trendy raiders that are pushing out all the people that were here already. There we go. That's all they're trying to do. It's all the trendies. There we go. There we go. That's all it is. It's the actual community is getting pushed out by these trendies. Because once content's done, a lot of these idiots disappear. They don't even. They only show up for raid content and that's it. What did I just get? Maybe a minute. There we go. Plundered Caress. There we go. we go. Mm-hmm. Now off back to Ul'dah to get my next quest. I only spent about 4 hours. No, not even that. I think I spent about 3 hours yesterday getting up to 17. Now I could have got it up to 20, but I was getting a little tired. I was also talking to people, socializing too. Something that a lot of these people in this community don't. I noticed there's too many bubbles. I don't care. See, here's the one thing I learned about myself when it comes to. There you go. There we go. Now we go turning our. I will never use a wand and a shield. There we go. Out of perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the dogging power we wield. Flames pure, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when from all sides those ranks close? Flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear you the multitude of this foe. Oh, wow. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It would be most problematic, for example, should we meet this maleficent maid slayer, and he or she proves to be multiple. What a thermite needs is the thickest thrall or a courageous companion to accompany him in cases where collective cronies are expected. Now, as for your trial, Kokoboa, pray allow me to suggest a practical course for full towards training. I was buzzing with news of yet more slaughtered thermiterges. They're multiple mutilated among the waters of. Brother, but if you What's that? Kokobushi? Now, I need another ring. Ooh, keep Fimro. But the thing I'm trying to say is that with everything that's been going on, with everything coming back and centering around the raiders, around the savage raiding community, there needs to be some accountability. There needs to be accountability for their actions and their behavior, not just okay, we did something wrong, we get slapped on the wrist, we'll just go about our business anyway. And their inability or willful ignorance has put the rest of the community at risk of having to deal with the fallout of this whole thing. That's where I'm having the issue with them. Antelope marbled eye. Alright, antelope. I'm gonna have to make some of these soon. And one marble eye. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about that. I need feet as well. What do I have on my feet? Padded deck bills. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, I want to go towards Steps and Knolls. Alright, Steps and Knolls. Oh, Sultana Gate. That's what I need. But like I'm saying, there needs to be some sort of the community has already cried up about the billboard. I won't go into that because I've said my piece already. But they tie back into that behavior that is infecting this community. Now you can't do content based upon your job that you have? This is getting This is getting a little bit out of hand, folks. And it's not going to get any. It's only going to get worse until either the community speaks up and puts the Savage Raiders in their place by holding them accountable for their actions, or Square Enix steps in and says, "Enough of this bullshit. You guys are not getting what you want anymore." That's the only other, and with that response, that's the response no one wants, because then SE steps in and says, "This is how it's going to be." Because people can't act and behave like grown-ass people. They act like little overly entitled 5-year-old little brats. That's a given. If they can't act like decent human beings, I fail that? Oh, he died, that's why. No, we're doing this on normal. We don't do anything but normal. There we go. So here's... So like I said, ooh, this 3060 makes it look nice. So, with that being said, there's got to be some... The community has to hold that group responsible. Put their feet to the fire, tell them, and say to them, you've done all this shit. You need to be held accountable for it. SE, please do something about the Savage Raiding community. Make them all, it doesn't matter who they are. Because what they'll do, SE will then, if this shit keeps going on, SE will put the hammer down on everyone. But the Savage Raiders will go back doing what they were doing before with nothing, like nothing's ever changed. But it will change for the rest of the community. Hold their feet, hold the Savage Raiding feet, hold their feet to the fire. The responsibility has to come upon the community then. Tell SE that, hey, the shit's not cool. You need to fix your shit. So hold them accountable. Don't give slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist. No. They start pulling shit like this, it's ban. It's banhammer. Who else wants to test? Who wants to test me out? And that would probably be coming from Yoshi P. Who wants to test me? Fuck around and find out, because that's how it should be with them. It should be because they're only a small subset of the entire community. And if they don't want to walk lockstep with the rest of the community when it comes to rules and everything else, then put the hammer down on them and tell them, this is the problem. You cause these problems. We're holding you accountable for them. We should not, as a community, we should have to deal with this type of behavior from these individuals. I do not want to be held responsible for someone else's actions and behavior. Do it upside down and get. All right, back to old. Actually, you know what? We're not far from the gate. Well, like I said, it's time that this community starts holding people responsible for their actions, and not just slapping, not just letting SE slap them on the wrist. I've already made my petition. I actually sent a letter through snail mail and giving Yoshi P what's really going on in the community. How the behavior of a lot of the Savage Raiders is starting to get very unpalatable for a lot of players. We're asking for you to intervene and do something. Cut them from giving, don't give them what they want anymore. Until they can start behaving like not even like a, what, I don't know how to best explain it. Oh wait, I do. Act like a goddamn adult playing a game, a mature person playing a game, and said, because most of these guys are in their late 20s, early 30s. If you're behaving like this, there's no fucking excuse for that. And I'm saying this to the ones that act and behave like this, you don't have the right to dictate who can and cannot do anything. And if you don't like it, well, that's tough shit. Because people are getting sick and tired of your garbage and nobody wants to deal with it. Actually, I like that look a lot better. None of us should be having to deal with this BS anymore. All right? We're all grown-ass adults. Start acting and behaving like them. If you can't act like then it takes someone to tell you, hey, chill the fuck out. We don't need this bullshit anymore. If you want to act like a little kid, like a little 5-year-old, I think it'd be rightfully so to treat you like one. Oh, you don't get to do, sorry, Bobby, you don't get to do Savage. You're not mature enough to handle it. Oh, you might have jobs and everything else, the jobs to do it. Oh, you might have cleared Savages in the past, but now we're holding you responsible for your actions. Sorry, you can't do Savage. Hurt them where it hurts them most. Deny them access to Savage and tell them, hey, you want to start blacklisting people from not being able to do content we put out? Then here's the thing. We'll let you play the game still. You won't be able to do Savage at all. You'll be locked out of it. Permanently. And you'll only get to sit by the sideline and watch. As other people who are competent in doing it, or have the ability to do it, not the ability, but have the gear score and the skill necessary to do it. And you'll just sit back and watch. Because that's all I can honestly see about what needs to be done with these idiots. Why am I doing that? I could turn those in. Yeah, I'll turn the rest of that in. But there has to be some sort of... There has to be some sort of accountability. It's gotten to the point where accountability for these individuals must be made. Because if they're not held accountable, you know, they're just going to keep on doing what they're doing until the point of where people are just going to not want to play anymore. And I know Square Enix all too well will go, no, we don't want that. I know Square Enix well enough that they don't want people leaving the game because of that. It's already chased some people out. There's some people that I know were like that I talked to, saying I'm quitting Final Fantasy XIV because I can't take this anymore. How can anybody do any raid content if people are just going to act and behave like this? Out of control. There's no. They're not being held accountable. And that's the problem. So I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need a lot of cotton wool. I'll go leather. Rubber, which comes from latex. Need it for the dress shoes. I'm not flying all the way out there. I'll pay for that. I'll turn it all into... That's alchemy. All right. But there has to be some sort of... There has to be some sort of... Well, like I said, they have to be held responsible for something. There you go. I'll just quick shift to the rest of these. Now, it looks like I'm gonna have to go there anyway. Okay, the first thing we're gonna have to do we're gonna have to go to Bent Branch Meadow. I'm just gonna gather up a shit ton of cotton and call it, and just boom, right there. Well, like I keep telling, the whole, like I'm saying before about the whole thing, hold their feet to the fire. These folks will keep on acting and behaving as such until someone tells them enough of this shit. We're tired of this. You don't get to come in, and most of them are from WoW. You don't get to come, and I've told already some of them, you don't get to come in here and tell me what I can and cannot play, or what I can access. You come from WoW. Okay? I don't sit here and tell people what to do. I really don't. But there's got to be a point to where enough is enough on this bullshit. Because I'm not, honestly, and here's the thing, these idiots like to use intimidation, and they're not smart people. They think they're smart. They're not smart at all. Hell. I've told them, get good. How about when you can stop cheating, when you stop using your tools and add-ons, and can play, and oh God, tell them this, and play without using those said add-ons and cheats. And I call them out, and I call them for what they are. And they blew a fucking gasket on a level I never thought I would see. Good. I don't, honestly, it's just to the point now where you gotta, they've got to be held accountable. There's got to be some sort of responsible accountability for this. You just can't let them continue on doing what they're doing, because eventually, it's going to happen. It's going to affect the rest of the community. Already with the billboard thing that happened, and with them cheating while streaming it, that they're cheating. Is more than enough. Is more than enough to get the. Is more than enough to have the community have the community deal with the repercussions, because they're going to keep on doing it no matter what. So why should we as a community allow them to continue, not say anything, and let them continue on? Because if we did what they did, they'd have us hammered to the wall. And and the rest of the community knows it. They will hammer people to the wall just as quick as they were told, just as quick as anybody else would. This is where you got to tell them, no. Okay? You just got to tell them, no, not even shut up, just shut the fuck up. And don't even use STFU. Just tell them, shut the fuck up. Right to their face. And I'm more than happy to tell them that right to their face. But they're cowards. And I'll say this to them right now. I'll say this right now. They're cowards. They're cowards. I've said it already. They're cowards, and they know it too. Because they can hide behind the tagline of Savage Raider gives them that protection and that immunity. Well, what if that tag of being called a Savage Raider is that of ill will and bad, and they show that, and they show that disdain for everyone else in the community. Because you can't do what we can do. No. See, here's the difference between when people say that. We can do what you can do. We do it without cheating or using mods or quote, tools to do the content you do. There's a difference. There's a big difference in what they say they do and what really they do. That's all right. Now, first thing I need to make is one of these. Next thing I'm going to need are two algo welders. Let's make these here. Only 3 of those. All right. And like I keep telling people, as long as you listen to them, they're still going to be able to tell you what you can and cannot do. I tell them to go fuck off. Because the only people that can tell me what I can and cannot do in this game is Square Enix. These little nut fucks that like to think that they can tell people what kind of content they can do and cannot do is laughable. I'll go in and I'll do a dungeon. They say one person says you can't be here, you're not allowed to. I tell them to go fuck off and boot me and find out how much longer you stay in this game. And I said that to them one day. To one of the little nut fucks that like to think that they can bully people around. Do it, I said. Fuck around and find out. I said, F around and find out. And they did. I reported them to the GM. And then the little asshole started crying on Twitter about it. Or on Reddit. See, they don't have these power. They like use it, and they like wielding it like a little stick. All they are is just little bully shitbags. That's what the good majority of the Savage Raiding community is like. They are bullies. They just don't give a shit about who they even hurt or do anything else. You can tell these dumb fucks that, hey, I don't care who the fuck you are. I'll tell them right to their face too. But they don't leave their computer. The only time they come out from behind their computer is when there's fan fest, because they got to make themselves look good. They might not like what I have to say, but I'm not going to sit down and take it and just be pushed over to the wayside. Sorry, this is not gonna. I'm not gonna let this game turn into another WoW, and I'll be damned if Yoshi P allows that either. The day he does is the day I give up. I'll move on, play something else. Because raiding should not be the focus of this game. It should be community. Unfortunately for these assholes, they think they're the only community in this game, and that's a fact. That's a God-given fact. They think they're the only community in this game. Everybody else is not important to the community. That's how their behavior is towards everyone. And the disdain for it is pretty prevalent. It's not about me having a boner for the Savage Raiding community. It's the behavior that you have with it. The ego, a lot of them have ego problems. Too much being an ass too much does cause problems. I need to go get some. I'll get leather. Yeah, I do. Just need one round of it. But that's the problem with these guys, because they've gone for so long with nobody questioning them and holding them to task that they can act and behave however they want towards everybody. And they're cowards too, because they don't do it on they know they can't do it on official channels because they get their asses handed to them. Oh, hard leather. Fuck. That's alright. I can always use the outgoat leather for later. And I can easily craft this up. Oh, Palico. I need metal, 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 metal. I only need one. I don't care if it's high quality or not. Let's see if I got beasts to do here. Hmm. And this is where, you know, if the only reason you're here is because of raiding, and I'll say this to you. If you're only here for raiding, you're honestly, I don't consider you part of the community. Because if you're just here just for raid content, go somewhere else. Go play a game that caters to your little whims and your ego. Because honestly, I'm tired of having to deal with idiots like you who. I really am tired of dealing with idiots who say, oh, or I'll like some of the Twitter responses. You need to be off the servers while I'm raiding. I need my world first clear. Well, guess what? How about go fuck yourself? Because honestly, I just don't give a rat's ass about you. I can add crit and I can add spell speed to it. So yeah, I'll take this. That's for the hat. I can add crit, and I can add spell speed to that. Yep. We'll put this on. We'll put this on instead. Okay, now I'm trying to break out the spell speed and debt and spell speed on this one. 20. Alright, we'll have to go get more spell speed then. Yeah, this is over in price. See, this is what I worry about. Sells for 30 gil normally. This is way too much. But it's the price some of us have to pay. All right, we'll go with debt for the rest of the time here. We'll even try to overmeld it, which would be fun. And we won't go that far. There we go. That's funny. All right. On to more dungeons. I just had a very good idea. Maybe a dangerous one. But it'd be fun. Think about a naked run. The dude. What do I gotta do here? I should finish that off with my warrior. Go do that on my warrior and knock it out. Yep. And I can tell you right now, most of them probably pay for their runs. Cause you don't get that's yeah. Like I would like to go in and do the latest EX fight, but you know, idiots are how they are. Oh, you gotta come with certain classes. If you don't, you can't get in here. Alright, we'll sell some of this stuff. 250. Not 225. We'll go for that. We'll do 225. And no, mana silver will go good. Sell that for 1,000. 119. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, we'll do 850. What the heck? Let's see what the ruby market looks like. Yep, as soon as I bought them all out, they all just flooded the market even more. See, this is what... And you know these folks have money. And most of those people are bots in response to what I posted. That's all they are. See, if you can get rid of the bots in this game, I think the economy would pick right back up. It goes towards that dead internet, to the dead internet theory. Most of the people on the internet are bots. Or some sort of learning AI. They're not really there. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta see something real quick. Yep, I'm back. And guess what? It's too funny to watch these idiots act and behave like the way they do. And it's pretty sad, to be honest with you. Because if you gotta act and behave like so, like I get messages from a lot of people. Some like this one, like that one dude that wanted to debate me. There was no debating there. It was going to be a game of word. He was going to play a word game in a revolving door debate. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 'Cause I talked to people who talked to him in the past. Who dealt with him in the past? That's all he does is a rotate, is a spinning door. All the meanwhile, try to play a word game with. All the meanwhile playing word games to make sure that whatever facts and logic you have are that he deems as unnecessary or not relevant to him. Nobody's hurt. I'll put it to you this way: no one has hurt me in the past. These little shitbags, these little shitbrains don't really understand that the concept of their mind, they're not special. In their own mind, they think they are. In reality, let's see what their accolades in this game can do for them in real life. Nothing. Oh, I'm a world's first raider. I'm a 3 combat tour vet, pal. What have you done for society? One person even told me, if you haven't done any savage content, you're not a person. I'm like, I beg to differ. I served 3 tours for this country, for the military. Where were you at the time when I was out in Iraq and everything else? Most likely, you were partying it up like a little shit dog that you are. Or in some of those cases, you couldn't join the military because you had a criminal record on you. These little overly entitled little shits of our community need to be stamped out. I don't care who the hell they are. I just. And I've already said to people in the past. I will Minecraft. I will put Minecraft people. I have no hesitations for it. Because the last time the community, these little idiots, or I like to call them the cultists, because that's how they act and behave. They act and behave like a little cult. You take away their little cult, you take away their platforms they like to hide on, and watch them squirm and find a way to hide out. They'll run the 4chan. 4chan don't like them. The majority of them don't like them either, because they. They don't represent the community. And honestly, a lot of these folks don't represent the community. They don't represent me. I have my own voice. I have my own opinions. And because they don't fall in line with yours, I'm not supposed to have a word or say on anything. Go fuck off. I've said that already. I've already told people to go fuck off. I don't have any problem with telling people to go fuck off. I don't mind telling people where they can go sit and rotate, because I don't care what most of them think. Their behavior shows that they can't handle, because you put any adversity in front of them, and this is a fact. Real life adversity in front of these little shit stains, they'll crumble like a house. They'll crumble like a deck of cards. They have no fortitude. They have little swarmy little mind games they like to try to play with people, and they think they can get, and they think they're smart. They're not. Most of them are dumb as bricks. Majority of the savage raiding community is stupid, and I'll call them out for it too. Like that one QR guy that would like to play the revolving door word game with me. No, I'm not gonna play that game with you. If you can't sit there and tell me straight to, and be honest and mature about things, then I don't want to deal with you, because you're not worth my time and my effort. Your intellectual dishonesty with me, and not only me, but with the rest of the community, to make yourself look like bigger than what you really are, is impalpable. I will refuse to deal with individuals who behave like that. And I get told to get good and all this other stuff. How about you suck my... You know what? Suck on my infected toe, because that's all you're worth. All right, you know I like that, because knowing this community. So, how I lead things back into this whole thing with the savage raiding community and the whole billboard fiasco. That same attitude is prevalent within the savage raiding community. And the funny thing is, this is a little known fact that the savage raiding community does not want to be known. But that FC is part of the savage raiding community. Oh, fuck all! Be damned! I did not know that. Nobody knew that. And to be honest with you, these guys aren't worth an ounce of dick. They're not. Mm-mm-mm. I heard that. I honestly don't care what most of them have to say. Because most of them, whether they do most of them do other things. Well, now that they've cleared all the content available and World First has been done, they stopped doing most of the content. They go, see, here's the thing about them. They only show up when new content, raid content's available. And when all that raid content is done, they leave. They don't show up. They don't help the community out. They're not part. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the savage raiding community was told, nah, you're not part of this, you're not part of the 14 community. Go somewhere else. And besides, they have... Mm-mm-mm. There we go. No, there should be a price they have to pay. Don't care whether or not who clears world's first anymore, because at this point, I think also, honestly, the next raid tier, there should. Honestly, I think Yoshi P should say, "Fuck you! You're not getting savage content. You're just getting normal." And watch him have a meltdown, because I would love to see that happen. I would love to see the day they takes away savage and ultimates away from these idiots. And that would be so awesome to watch. Watch them start crying, because they only represent less than 2% of the total community. There's not a whole lot of them. And because they don't want to recruit people from within the community, they'd rather get people from WoW to come over and play. That's how invested they are within our community. If you got to get outside help to help you for you to do clear content, raid content, you're not part of the community. You're an outsider looking in, getting your buddies to join in. You're not part of this community, and I'll keep on saying that. And if they don't like it, well, that's too bad. Because I don't give a shit what you gotta say, because your behavior shows that you don't give a shit about any of us, about any of the people and actual people in this community. And the ones who can do the content without using mods or add-ons, I'll give you credit. Or don't use parsers or FF logs, I give you even more credit. Because that's how the game was supposed to be played as. These, quote, tools is full of shit. And I'll say that right off the bat. I'll keep on harping on it until, A, they realize they're not going to change my mind, and B, if they fuck around with me enough, they'll find out the hard way. Because these guys don't really understand nothing until, why is there a subpoena until either them or their parents, because some of these fools live with their parents. Why is there a subpoena here for you to show up in court? What have you done? I don't play this game with people anymore. Unlike a lot of people who want to sit back. No. I'm taking back. Me and others are looking to take back the game that we all enjoy. We don't need this bullshit from others. We don't need the Savage raiding community's bullshit either. Just take away Savage content away from them, and that's the best thing you could do for this community. Take that away and watch them all start to squirm, cry, and mauled out. Because of your bad behavior, you guys aren't getting your Savage content or your ultimates anymore. Done. There'd be one level of difficulty, everyone has to go through it, just like what happened back in Coils of Bahamut. You will not get Savage raid content. And if you don't like it, too bad. That's how it should be. That's how it's gonna be. And watch them cry. And watch them say, "You're not giving us the challenge we want." No, we gave you the challenge you wanted, but you had to cheat your way to the top. You had to cheat your way through. And then your behavior towards not only towards the community, but in public as well with the billboard? No, we're done. Yoshi P should permanently ban all the people involved with that billboard. The ones that are quitting the FC should be held accountable too, because they could say they didn't have anything to do with it. I bet they put their money into it. Plausible deniability does not protect you from the rule of law. Because I guess if you go looking through their finances, rest assured, you know that if more than just one person was involved with this shit. And the person that said, "Oh, we're just too smart. Because we got the money and the brains to do this, and you don't. You're just, why don't you go suck on your ancient mom's teat? Yeah. Hey, motherfucker, I got a teat for you. It's in the form of a knuckle. Don't make me catch you out in public." Because that's how I am with people. You think you're smart? Let's see how you do in real life. Because I know there are people that want to knock this guy's block square off his shoulders. I wouldn't doubt it that he had someone already come to his house and put a bat towards his front door already. These idiots don't learn until you actually hold them accountable for it, and don't let them worm their way out of it. Or B, here's a summons to show up in court. Or C, I know you. You're from there. Come here, asshole. I got a little word from you. And the curb's got something for you, too. There we go. Hey, yeah, you don't want to go. Oof. Mm. And I rest assured that one day something will happen in this community. Long after I'm gone, when this bullshit comes to a head. And the community starts turning against them. Then they'll be like, what did we do wrong to cause all this? And they won't care because Square Enix, once again, won't do anything to hold them accountable for their actions. There we go. Okay, so Blizzard 2. Oh, good. There we go. Oh, the healer got the gear. God damn it. I'll lose that roll too. Yep, Wing had to wait because of the healer. I like that. End this shit quickly. Got you in my panties. Please respond. Oh my god. See, this is what you gotta deal with. I just want to play the game and not have to deal with all this crazy bullshit. Add the blacklist. Oof. Don't want to deal with that idiot. Now we go back to Limsa, not the Limsa, to Danilin. I mean, Ul'dah in particular, because we got to go back and deal with these idiots. But like I said, guys, if you, the folks that I'm going to say this right now, if there are folks in here that want to have a mature conversation about things, that I can understand. But when I hear stuff like "get good," "oh you suck, you shouldn't be playing this game," those I just immediately block and mute from my channel. Those aren't constructive and those aren't mature. My channel is based around having fun, playing a game, and not dealing with all the crazy social politicking BS that goes along with it. That these people inject real life issues into a game. It's like the nut jobs from D&D who inject all their little taglines and their hashtags and everything. No, play the game the way it was meant to be played, and don't. And if you don't like it, plain and simple, don't play it. And I made that perfectly clear to people. All right. I like using two-handed weapons. I like a good staff. Let me show. Let's see what my adventure play looks like. You see stuff like this. This is what. It's stuff like this you want to see. Community. People hanging out, having a good time, not worrying about a whole bunch of things. Just playing the game the way it was meant to be played. 1400. That's a steal. Then I'll meld. There we go. I could go a little farther, but I'm not going to. I'm level 23. Can't get any higher than that. Alright. Oh good, I needed those. I actually might go for those. Oh wow, I actually can't use them. You dirty little shit, you. See, now I'm starting to work out. Starting to work out all that other stuff. Wow, I had a pair of these. Oh well. keep those for now. I'll keep that. I'll keep... Oh, wow. We're gonna break a lot of this stuff down. There we go. We'll sell those. We'll turn those back into the Grand Company. Alright, sold. Titan Brown. Yep. People are buying up what I need. What I've been selling them. Alright. There we go. Because the majority of my clothing is going to come from... It's primarily going to come from weaving, so I'm not too worried about it. I can make a lot of that stuff without. There we go. So this is all the time we're gonna have for today, because I'm not. See, I'm at the point now when it comes to these idiots, is that I don't. If they don't like what I gotta say, fuck them, because that's how I feel about them. They're not part of this community, and that's my line to it. They'll never be part of the community. All they want is to exploit the community for what content it has, and then while at the same time driving people out. So let them. They can try to drive people out. The only way they're going to try to get rid of me is that they have to get me banned. And that's if I do something stupid. They can't do it on their own. If I break one of the rules of Square Enix, yeah, I deserve a timeout or a ban, but I'm not going to do it because, fall for the little game. Because they like setting, if they were really respectable people, they wouldn't be trying to get rid of people. They wouldn't try to replace the community of what people were in here currently. Folks who want to replace people in this community and put their folks in, they're not really part of this community at all. I've said that a few times already. And they don't like that because I call them out for their shittiness. They can continue to hate what I don't like, they don't have to like what I have to say. If they want to get rid of me, try. Just try. Because if I'm not doing anything wrong, I'll call them out for what they are. And I know who the people who are more willing to do that. I already know who they are. Their real names behind the screen. And immediate. See, here's the thing of the saying from Sun Tzu. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. And I keep them really close to my pocket. I know who they are. I know where some of them live because, they sent their little goons after me once, and I'm not too happy with that. That's why I have a hard on for the idiots in our community. They claim they canceled me. But here's my response. Why am I not banned from 14 then? Oh, because you allow me to stay and play? Get the fuck out of here. I don't scare. I don't scare. Let them come, because honestly, hey, I got no problem with have the police take care of matters when things get a little bit out of hand. Because normally, or heaven forbid, I get swatted. Oh boy. there's gonna be a lot of issues on their hands that they're not gonna like. Let them try, because they've done it once already. The last time they did it, they failed miserably. They're all. I don't know. Please. It's encouraged. Ooh. So yeah, let the idiots of this YouTube community come at me, because they'll end up in a very bad place. Let's just say that. A lot of them are not even they're leeches of society. They're not the strong, capable, independent people that they claim to be. They have to be a parasite to something else in order for them to have whatever perceived, and it's perceived power. It's not actual power that they have. They don't have anything. All they have is people in a few key spots to keep them where they are. That's all it is. I'm not afraid of them, and I will never be. I will continue to stream. I will continue to put out my opinions and my thoughts of how the community of my idea what the community should be running towards or leading towards, where everybody can play any of the content. None of this. Well, what about your FF logs? Or we don't see. What are you part? No. These idiots are about to find out the harsh truth of reality, because pretty soon, people in this community are going to either do one of two things. Tell them to go fuck off, or leave the game. Because only 2% of the total community is not enough to keep a server running. Maybe one server worldwide. Maybe two. But even then, that's even rare. if that one server. They don't have enough numbers. They require us to see. They leech off us. We don't leech off them. That's the point that's the point I'm trying to make about these guys. An actual raider, a real raider, interacts with the community, takes part and plays with the community, does things with the community. They don't isolate themselves from the community. Talk down to the community with disdain and treat people like they're lesser beings. They don't go running. Real raiders stay and help players get better. Show them what to do and what not to do. Actually teaching players to be better. Honestly, the new changes they want to implement for Dragoon and Astrologian, I don't want either. Because I don't want to dumb down a job that I enjoy. Why should we have jobs dumbed down to the lowest common denominator? If they don't want to play the game, if they want everything handed to them, fine. Go play something else. I'd rather play a game that forces you to remember every single step of your rotation. People make mistakes, and that's all well and good. But what has come into our community from WoW has caused this issue to spring up. We should not have to deal with this. We should be able to stand up and say, "No, that's on you. If you don't like it, go play something else. We're not going to change because you demand something. We do not cater to you. You are only a small part of this community. Whether you're part of the community or not, or hell, fuck, I would like to see them take away Savage altogether. What if they did take away Savage from 14? I think I'll do a video on that one. What would happen to the Savage community if Yoshi P puts his foot down and says no more Savage content? Oh, new character. Oh, give the potato. Give the potato a pet. Oh, you know what? I'll go pet the potato. So, that being said, I'm gonna start putting together a video because put together an actual video and watch these people seethe and mauled out because I will certainly see. This is the one thing they don't like the most. They don't like people saying the quiet parts out loud because then it breaks their narrative. I'll give her a head pat too. I really want to piss off the Savage raiding community because honestly, they deserve it. For all the stupid shit they have done and caused the rest of the community problems, they deserve some backlash. They deserve some sort of reprimand or some sort of shit that that need to come their way. Because once they take away the one thing they crave the most, I would like to see these people freak the fuck out. And Yoshi P should take it away from them. I would love to see them cry. Because they all deserve it. I will stick with that for now. Don't tell me that they don't, because I know as hell, I know damn well that they do deserve any and all, a lot of the shit they do. Not just one or two people, because between the billboard thing and them crying about all the cheating, and most of them do it. It's cheaters calling out other cheaters. That's what they're doing. Because they didn't get world first, so they call out the cheaters. What would have happened if someone that was legit? Here's my hunter walk I gotta do still. Close to getting my black mage. There we go. Mm-hmm. Showed the possibilities. But yes, folks, it is going to be a day. It's going to be a day. It's going to be a day where all this craziness will come to an end. Where there'll be a game, MMO, MMORPG, that will tell its players, this is what you're getting. We will design everything from the ground up ourselves. If you don't like it, play something else. We'll take suggestions. And we'll listen to what you gotta say, but we'll not implement them unless it's going to benefit everyone, and not just a small group. Because these folks have been used to getting their own way, through hook or through crook. A lot of times they like to... Like, I got knocked offline because of these folks once in a while. These people are such nasty little creatures. I'll call them how they are. They're just a bunch of little... They are cowards. That's all they can be. That's all they know, because they like the... Because they hide behind their screen. Oh God, if you ever get them outside, away from their screen for one moment, oh my Lord. Most of them are disgusting little gremlins in society anyway. Yo, Kimball, alright. I just need cheap staff. So I don't know about you folks. That's my next one right there. But anyway, take care, folks, and have a good afternoon and a good weekend. And I hope folks start to wake up and realize that there are people in this community that are not putting up with their BS, with the BS anymore. Because it's going to come to a time where all this is going to come to a head, and Square Enix will step in, and they'll punish them. They'll punish them. Because if they don't punish them, the community will leave. And I'll say that right now. A good portion of the player base will leave to find a better game to play. There has to be some sort of accountability held to them for what they've done so far. We never had any of these real problems. The last time was 2 years ago, and that was quick. Square Enix put their foot down on that the last time. I don't think these guys really understand that what they're doing is going to cause problems for everyone. And the prime example of that of their disdain and attitude towards the community, I don't give a fuck. Exactly what was said from the guy who had the billboards posted. He can lie and bullshit all he wants, saying, "Oh, all these billboards were not put all over the place." There's confirmed reports in California. There was one not far from the NA office of Square Enix. You can't tell me. You can't tell me they did not know that was happening. They chose to do that. They're not smart people. They're stupid, in fact. I'm glad the one person's getting a perm ban for it. The FC's getting disbanded, which it should be. The FC leader himself is going to get banned himself, which is good. And everybody in the FC at the time should be taking a 30-day timeout for it. Should be getting a 30-day timeout for it, because they can't all mass say, "Oh, we didn't know this." No, you knew it. You don't spend that much money and not know what was going on. They knew what was going on. They're playing the plausible deniability card. No, put the hammer down on them all. Because you need to make an example out of them for those, once again, for the savage rating community to pay attention to. Oh, they're part of the ERP community. No. In order to have the place that they have, you have to do some hardcore rating for it. There's no bullshitting and messing around at this point. They can lie all they want to people. They can try to play word games and try to twist what you say out of context on purpose, and which a few people on YouTube on this platform have already tried to do and failed miserably at that. So I'm gonna just say this plain and simple. If you don't like what I gotta say, good, because it means people are paying attention to what you're doing and calling out you and other bad actors in the community. You just so happen to be lumped all together in one big pile. Makes it easy for the rest of us to point the finger at. And then when they start removing you guys from your ranks, "Oh, the game's not going to be the same without us." No, the game will be better without you. Because then there will be people who actually are legit raiders that will actually be able to clear the content without people being overshadowed by folks who cannot play this game and who have to cheat to get where they are. That's a fact. And for those who want to put the snide little cheeky comments in below, I'll just tell you right now, if it ain't coming from a point of maturity, I'm just gonna mute. I'm just gonna remove your comment. I'll just say that right now because that's if you gotta act like a little kid, you're not welcome here. And I've said that already. You're not welcome. That's plain and simple. This is for the people who want to play the game and enjoy it and not have to deal with bullshit and stuff like that you and others create and then hoist upon the rest of the community to deal with. Meanwhile, you guys walk around like your shit don't stink. Well, guess what? Your shit stinks, and I'm gonna be one of many that's gonna start calling you out for it. Now, I wish people like Zeppelin and other people would tell these people would get on these people's asses and tell them stop this bullshit. But they won't do it because they don't want to lose your views. I don't care about views. I do this for the love of gaming. I don't care about the look at me factor. I'm calling out the bad actors the way they should be. And I will continue to do so. If you don't like it, tough shit. Oh, and by the way, if you try to false copyright claim me, just be prepared. I will strip you of every financial connection you have, just to prove a point you don't mess with me. I have a request from the judge. I put a lien on specific things. Your PC, your cell phone. Will be the two things I'll be going after the most. All your internet connected devices. And judge's order to prevent you from accessing. Because honestly, if you act to behave like this in game, you don't need to be. And that's my thing. You can't handle maturity of being online and being responsible and being an adult. You don't deserve it. Honestly, being online is a responsibility, not just a given. It is a responsibility. If you can't handle that responsibility, you shouldn't be given it. There's one thing I really wish they would do. But they do in South Korea. Well, you want to get online? Okay, you need to have a real ID then. Real name, real anything else. And if you do anything silly, or anything that gets you banned from anything, or a game, or banned from a post, it shows up. Or if you're causing problems with other people on platforms outside of anything that causes problems, it shows up. You got to have a real ID, regardless of age, because that's the only way you're going to stop these people from saying, "Oh, I need my privacy." Fuck your privacy. You don't get it anymore. That's how I feel. If you want to be online, you got to be responsible. That means if you want to go online, you have got to have a real ID. And that real ID is used to log into everything you have, like Steam, Google, YouTube, Twitch, other things. So when you do something stupid and do something that catches moderators' eye and gets you the ban hammer, they know who you are then. And you can't hide behind a VPN. You can't hide behind anything else. And the more shit you do to get yourself banned from sites, the less access you'll have. Like for me, I don't do anything. The only thing I got banned from was Reddit, and that's a shadow ban. Granted, it was warranted because I called somebody a piece of shit that should be burned in a dumpster. Because he's threatened me telling his 21 other people that I should not be raiding at all. I tell him to go fuck himself because you don't scare me, and I'll raid much as I want. I'll still continue raiding. I got people I raid with. And I respect my opinion, too. They're all in agreement that this game should be treated with respect and dignity that it deserves. If someone like Yoshi P puts the time and effort to create this, turn this game around into something magnificent, you should be giving not only, this is what I see. You talk shit about everybody else, talk bad about other players, you blacklist other players, but yet you're nice in front of Yoshi P. You two-faced pieces of garbage, and I'll call you that too. And there's nothing to unpack. You don't like what I gotta say? Fucking there's the door. Get lost. You're not welcome here. I don't care if I don't have very many viewers. People watch my VOD still. And if you try to get me removed from YouTube, well, guess what? I'll make sure you never can get out of YouTube anymore. Because I'll pursue you with legal action. And I know a few people that will love to remove shit stains like you from this platform. Very easy, very quickly. I gotta get all these pack makers. Actually, I gotta get that one. I gotta get those. Till then, folks, for the people in my community that respect my opinion, that you would like to have a healthy conversation about it, doors are open for you. For those that like to think they can try to get over on me and think they're smart, get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome. This is about people who enjoy gaming. Not try to control people. Not try to threaten, harass, and intimidate others. It's not what gaming's about. You folks are the problem in this community. And that comes solely from the Savage Raiding community. And don't say not all of us are like that bullshit. You like to play these little word games with folks. Well, guess what? It's time to play the word games with you, because silence is compliance. And your words. The ones that don't speak up and don't call you out, they're just as fault as you are. So we'll go play that little word game with your little dumbasses and see how that goes. I'm out of here. Pissed me off. And I wish I could drink right now, but I can't because I'm on medications for some health problems. Fuck you all. Fuck y'all, I'm out of here. And for all those people that are still willing to stand by my... trying to speak right now. For those that want to stand by my side and agree with what I have to say, what I'm saying, you don't have to agree with everything I say. You might not like what I say, but it's because how this community is turning. And I'm warning you now, it's only going to get worse. If you don't call out the bad actors now, it's going to get worse, folks. And when it gets worse, when it gets even worse than what it is now, you guys are going to start crying. You guys are going to start going, wait a minute, this is not what we asked for. What the hell's going on? You don't know what bad is. This is only the start of it. You can call me crazy, you can call me anything else. But usually the crazy ones, the ones that call me crazy, is usually when I'm right over target and right on mark because they don't want that to be brought out to the public. So they try to shut, you know, oh, look, oh, I knew it. They went after, yep, they tried. You tried doing another false copyright claim. You motherfuckers think you got it going. You got this. Fair use is a bitch because it's gonna nail you in the ass for false copyright claim. That's all right. Oh, and my Twitch channel, yeah, that motherfucker. They tried. See, here's the thing: when you go after channels that I know that I haven't broke TOS with or copyright with. Let's just say this just adds to the list. And when I find out who the real people are behind all this, lawsuit. I will strip you of every penny you goddamn own. I will make sure you're so penniless you can't even afford a flip phone. And then I'll make sure you can't access the internet after that. Don't play games with me, folks. I don't play nice when I'm angry. I'm getting close to that point of being angry. Just remember, if there's a civil war that's going to happen, you're not safe from war. You're not safe from the grind of war. And that craft I know all too well. 3 combat tours worth of it. I know my craft well, more than you will ever think of. I know ways. I know so many different ways to put a hurt on people, but I choose not. To because I try to be peaceful. Don't make me angry. From the words of Bruce Banner from the from the Incredible Hulk TV series. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. No, I won't Hulk out and smash. I Hulk out and go boom. Take care, folks, and have a good afternoon.